The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you tuned in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Also presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1898, 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Also, Doak Propane. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak. Boy, what a gorgeous fall football day out there today. Got a little rain here in southwest Missouri. Don't know what's doing around the rest of the state, but here it's raining just a little here in the last hour and a half here in southwest Missouri. Hey, I invite you to go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and give us a like. And, hey, I'm opening up the chat box, so if you'd like to chat at us from Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, it'll pop right up here on the screen. We got some messages last week looking for some certain scores. We'll remind you to stay tuned here. Coming up at 9:30 tonight will be the live high school football scoreboard show here on the Missouri Sports Network. My name is Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside all night long as we're getting out the scores here for you throughout the state of Missouri. And last week had a very successful weekend. 80,000 viewers here on the Missouri Sports Network. I'll just run through the scores from last night. Ash Grove defeats El Dorado Springs 51-18. That was a game that at the end of the first quarter was 45-0. They scored 3 touchdowns in a minute and 34 seconds. Did Ash Grove? They are lightning quick. They had a really good game plan last night, and obviously took the foot off the gas here after the first quarter, just scoring 6 points the rest of the game, but 45-0 at the end of one. Elsewhere, it was Hazelwood East over Parkway Central 40-6, and Saxony Lutheran defeats Donovan 35-7. Coming up tonight, just in some of the games of note with regards to the ranked teams playing throughout the state, we have in Class 6, number 1, Nixa will be facing Webb City, who is Class 5 ranked number 4. That game will be at Nixa. CBC hosts Cardinal Ritters. Blue Springs South hosts Park Hill. Lee Summit North is at Staley. Jackson hosts Louisville Ballard. Again, these are Class 6 games scheduled for tonight. Liberty is at Liberty North. DeSmet is hosting MICDS. Blue Springs is hosting Lee Summit. Park Hill, and that should be Park Hill South. My apologies. I know we've had some folks contact me today, but Park Hill is at Blue Springs South. It's Park Hill South that is ranked. And SLU, St. Louis University High, the Junior Billikens will be at Hillsboro. Class 5 football rankings, and their schedule brought to you by Bambino's Italian Cafe. Hey, join us Mondays. Doors open at 11 o'clock there at Bambino's on East Battlefield at Lone Pine for the Springfield Area Quarterback Club. Hear from the coaches. The coaches will speak about noon. Usually it's right at noon when we start it. Art Hames is your MC. This week we've got, I believe, 7 high school coaches, and at least 2 college coaches will be in attendance, SBU and Evangel. Class 5 football rankings schedule. Number 1, Platte County is hosting Grain Valley. Rockhurst is hosting Ray-Pec. Number 3, Cardinal Ritter is at CBC. Webb City, as I mentioned, at Nixa. Carthage, the number 5 ranked team, will be at DeSmet. Number 8, Kirkwood is at Pattonville. Number 9, Eureka is at Marquette. Number 10, St. Pius X is taking on and hosting Catholic Little Rock out of Arkansas. Llano Labor's Local 663 brings you the Class 4 state rankings schedule. Iona Labor's Local 663, Building, Missouri. And remind all of us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. those folks want to go home to their families as well. Class 4 state rankings schedule. Lutheran North is at Blair Oaks in a big one. They're number 1. Kearney, Blair Oaks is number 1 in Class 3. Kearney, number 2, is at Grandview. Number 3, Savannah is hosting East Buchanan. Number 4, Odessa hosts Clinton. Number 5, Warrenton hosts Washington. Festus, the number 6 ranked team, is off actually tonight and this weekend. Number 7, Nevada. Actually, Festus may play on Saturday. I'll have to check that. Number 7, Nevada is hosting Aurora. Number 8, Hannibal is hosting Lutheran St. Charles. Number 9, Pleasant Hill is hosting Maryville. And number 10, McDonald County is hosting Cassville. In Class 3, number 1 is Seneca. I misspoke. Blair Oaks is number 1 in Class 2. Seneca is at Mount Vernon. Number 2, Live for Life is off tonight. Number 3, Valley Catholic is at St. Vincent. Number 4, Boonville is hosting Marshall. Number 5, Dexter is at Sykeston. Number 6, Pembroke Hill is at Holden. Number 6, Pembroke Hill's at Holden. Number 8, St. Michael is hosting Mountain Home. Number 9, Cassville is at McDonald County. And number 10, Osage is hosting Moberly. Class 2 state rankings. Blair Oaks is hosting Lutheran North. Bowling Green is at Palmyra. Number 3, Lamar is at East Newton. Number 4, Fair Grove is at Tipton. The number 5, Warsaw is hosting Adrian. Number 6, Centralia is at Hallsville. Number 7, Mid Buchanan is at Lexington. Number 8, Brookfield is at Maysville. Number 9, Lafayette County is at Lawson. And number 10, Father Tolton is hosting Summit Christian. In Class 1 state ranking schedule, Adrian is at Warsaw. Penny is hosting Christ Prep Kansas out of Kansas City. Marionville hosts Forsyth. Tipton is at Fairgrove. Number 5, Thayer is at Lighthouse Christian. Number 6, Van Far is hosting Russellville. Number 7, Harrisburg is at Clark County. Number 8, Salisbury is hosting Mark Twain. Number 9, North Platte is hosting Milan. And number 10, Windsor is at Cole Camp. Got an opportunity to catch up with Cash Newberry with 577 total yards in their overtime loss to Neosho this last weekend. But he's our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week. And let's go to that interview right now. Here is Cash Newberry and head coach Frank Tristan. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. We head into week 2 here of the high school fall seasons. It's our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. We go to Glendale High School and head football coach Frank Tristan. And Coach Tristan, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Coach, we're going to be talking a little bit with Cash Newberry here in just a second. First off, go back to that. It's an overtime game, 44-38, but it had to have been a lot of fun to coach, except for the outcome.
It was a really good game, and it was. I had to be fun for the fans, but man, watching our guys kind of come back in the fourth quarter was really encouraging. Just from a year ago, Neosho turbo clocked us a year ago, and to see us where we kind of felt like we let the game slip away at the end. So, it was a great game, and our guys are still. They took a lot of positive from it.
And again, this is Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. Your quarterback, Cash Newberry, goes for 577 total yards, 470 them through the air and 4 touchdowns. Tell us a little bit about that effort on his part.
man, I don't know that I've been around somebody that had a single game as productive. Um, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Um, obviously 450 plus yards passing, and then running the ball in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 130 yards running the ball, and it wasn't like just open lanes run out of bounds. It was finishing runs. Really tough. I thought his mental toughness really led our team. So it wasn't like a 577 just free stand back there yards. It was he had to grind some out, and man, he played as well as I could have asked for him to play. Super proud of him.
Tell us a little bit about him, the person. What's he like off the field? What grade is he in, and what makes him special?
Yeah, well, Cash is a senior for us, returning starter, and to put it best, he's an Ivy League type student as well. He's not just an athlete. Legit in the classroom, all the hard classes, excellent, just a good guy to be around. He does things right all the time, which is, sometimes you can take it for granted, but he just does the right thing in the classroom, outside, in the community. He's just a great all-around leader and a great quarterback for us.
And he's alongside there. And Cash, how are you today?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. First off, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Take us back from your point of view, through that game. Number one, did you realize the yards were piling up? I know touchdowns, 4 of them, that. That's easy to count. But 470 yards, passing, did you realize that the numbers were getting that high?
No, not really. No, I didn't really know until the end of the game when I, was talking with coaches. Obviously, during the game when we're going to be a little bit more pass heavy, you're going to maybe get a little bit more yards. So I was thinking maybe 300 if it was a good game. But then hearing after the game, it was 400 plus. I was shocked.
Take us back, just like your preparation leading into that game. What do you do to kind of get prepared mentally and physically? Obviously, you're drinking lots of water, trying to get good sleep. Are you watching film, or what are you doing to get prepared?
Obviously watching film and really connecting with the receivers before the game, knowing what we're going to see, routes that we need to change based on what we're seeing on the defense, on the coverage. So just really being in tune with the receivers is kind of most important going into the game.
Now, going back to last year compared to this year, where do you think the biggest improvements are, with the Falcons coming into this season? Obviously, you're a year older. That helps. But
right.
What other?
I think discipline is one thing. A lot of guys, we had guys showing up to practice. All our starting receivers showed up every day to practice, really committed and bought in. Last year, obviously, it's another year where we got a new coaching staff. So guys, are a little hesitant to buy in. Really great returning staff. So our guys really bought in from the get. And I think that really helped us succeed.
Again, visiting with Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Athlete of the Week, senior quarterback at Glendale High School, Cash Newberry, 577 total yards and 4 touchdowns. Coach Tristan there is alongside. Do you have a favorite play? Don't tell me what it is, but are you on the sideline going, hey, Coach, are you trying to egg him on to get certain plays called? Do you have a go-to that's your favorite?
No, all of them. The ones that work. The ones that
What's your preparation been like this week? You're taking on a Willard team that Coach Tristan obviously is familiar with, having been there. What's the prep like this week to get your first home game?
Executing is a big part. Knowing what we're supposed to be doing all the time, do the things that we do best and do it better. Teams can really complicate stuff on themselves, but really focusing on the basics and getting the stuff where we're supposed to go is the most important.
Now you're a senior, and if you could go back to that 7th, 8th grade Cash Newberry and give him some advice based on what you know now as a senior, what advice would you go back and give yourself?
I'd probably say slow down and take a breath. A lot of times you can kind of get in the moment and get going and you find yourself rushing, but really just slow down, take your time and enjoy the moment. Every play is a new play.
And just a couple more questions here. I know you guys are getting ready to practice, but being a senior, have you made any decision as far as what you're going to be doing next year?
Not yet. I do have a couple of D3 offers, which I'm thinking over if I want to go pursue those for football or if I want to enroll somewhere as a student. Because for me, academics is a really big part of my life.
What are you looking at studying?
Pre-dentistry.
Okay. You're a smart kid.
Yeah.
All right, just a couple more questions. One, do you have like a least favorite chore that you have to do at home? What's your least favorite chore?
Probably taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash. All right. I got one more question, and I'm a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt?
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Cash, congratulations, and we look forward to catching up with you further down the road.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Coach Tristan, you got Willard. You got Willard this week. What are you gonna have to do to come out on top in that contest?
Oh man, Andy does a really good job of preparing his guys, and he's going to see something last week on us, and he's going to exploit our weaknesses. So we've really worked hard at self scouting, so that he doesn't have a smorgasbord of things to work on. So I think cleaning up that stuff and continuing to distribute the ball like Cash did last week will be really good.
Very good. Well, Coach, again, I appreciate you being generous with your time and Cash as well. And again, congratulations, best of luck, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks again, Guy. Appreciate it.
You bet. You're watching the High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Back after this.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. And every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Seems Bill's up the creek without a paddle. That's not funny. And while he really wants a new boat, at Central Bank, we're helping Bill plan for what's most important, like retiring early and fishing whenever he wants. Hey, Bill, try it again.
Fine.
Hope a new boat's part of this plan.
Dream bigger, Bill. We're thinking about a cabin, too.
Now that's a plan.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State campus, Hammonds Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.
Hey,
The
welcome
innocence
back
of
to
youth.
the Missouri
Is there
Sports
anything any
Network.
better?
Certainly glad you have tuned in, no matter where you may be tuning in from. Hey, we appreciate your patronage. Hey, go to our Facebook page and subscribe. Go to our YouTube page and give us a like. We'll run down some of the other games here coming up this evening. And a reminder, Friday Night Live will go live at 9:30 tonight right here on all of our social media platforms. As we look at week 2 scheduled for tonight, 8-man football. Archie's at Appleton City. King City's at DeKalb. Wellington Napoleon is at Hardin Central. Rich Hill's at Jasper. Knox County is at Keatsville. Greenfield is at Liberal. Bramer, who has a new coach as of this week, is at Lincoln. Couple new coaches this week going into week 2. Drexel is at Lockwood. Pattonsburg is at Mound City. Osceola is at New Heights. Santa Fe is at Northland Christian. St. Paul Lutheran is at Northwest. Oric is at Paris. Princeton is at Rockport. Bishop LeBlond is at Schuyler County. Again, these are 8-man football schedules. Concordia is at Slater. Worth County is at South Holt. Stanberry is at Platte County. North Andrew is at Stewartsville. North Shelby is at Sweet Springs. St. Joe Christian is at Tarkio. And Albany is at West Nottoway. Page 2, Grandview is at Bayless, Skylines at Buffalo, Malden is at Caruthersville, Potosi is at Charleston, Harrisburg is at Clark County, Windsor is at Cole Camp, Pierce City is at Diamond, Portageville at Hayti, Scotland County at Highland, Plattsburgh is at Lathrop, Thayer's at Lighthouse Christian, Salem is at Lynn, Midway's at Lone Jack, Crystal City is at Louisiana, Kabul at Lutheran South, Gallatin is at Marceline, Brookfield is at Maysville, Fayette is at Missouri Military Academy, Milan is at North Platte, Christ Prep, Kansas is at Penny, Mark Twain is at Salisbury, Butler at Shorewood, Putnam County at South Harrison, Miller's at Stockton, Fairgrove is at Tipton, Polo is at Trenton, Russellville is at Van Far, Adrian is at Warsaw, Crest Ridge at West Platte, South Shelby is at Westran. Page 2. Lutheran at North at Blair Oaks, Warrensburg is at Cameron, Northeast Kansas City is at Carrollton, Cuba's at Clever, Lamar's at East Newton, New Madrid County is at East Prairie, Summit Christian's at Father Tolton, Centralia's at Hallsville, Pembroke Hill is at Holden, Park Hill Central is at Jefferson out of Festus, Scott City is at Kelly, Lafayette County is at Lawson, Mid-Buchanan is at Lexington, St. James is at Mount View Liberty, Ave is at Logan Rogersville, North Callaway is at Macon, Hogan Prep is at Mission Valley, Kansas, Montgomery County is at Monroe City, Bowling Green is at Palmyra, Willow Springs is at Pleasant Hope, Hollister's at Sarcoxy, East Buchanan is at Savannah, Herman is at South Callaway, Houston's at Springfield Catholic, Fort Zumwalt East is at St. Pius X, Valley Catholic is at St. Vincent, KIPPKC Legacy is at University Academy, Eldon is at Versailles. Page 3, Marshall's at Boonville, Fulton is at California, St. Charles at Cape Central, St. Charles West at Cape Central, Kirksville's at Chillicothe, Principia is at Dupont, Illinois, Kansas City Center is at Schlegel, Kansas, Fredericktown's at Herculaneum, Jennings is at John Burroughs, Oak Grove is at Knobnoster, Richmond is at St. Joe Lafayette, Reach Spring at Marshfield, Cassville at McDonald County, Southern Boone at Mexico, Stratford is at Monette, Seneca is at Mount Vernon, tough one for the Mountaineers there, Aurora is at Nevada, Clinton at Odessa, Moberly at Osage, Borgia is at Owensville, Kennon is at Paragould, Arkansas, Maryville is at Pleasant Hill, Dexter's at Sykeston, Farmington is at St. Clair, Normandy is at St. Dominic, Mountain Grove is at St. Michael, St. Genevieve is at U City, Wright City is at Winfield, Class 4 Harrison at Bolivar. I'm sorry, page 4. It's Class 4. Heritage Arkansas is at Carl Junction, Benton's at St. Joe Central, Winnetaka's at Excelsior Springs, North County is at Glenwood, Illinois, Lutheran St. Charles at Hannibal, Kearney is at Grandview, Slough is at Hillsboro, St. Mary's is at Lincoln Prep, Holt is at North Point, Orchard Farm is at Pacific, West Plains is at Parkview, DeSoto's at Perryville, Raytown South is at Raytown, Truman is at Smithville, Van Horn is at Southeast, Francis Howell North is at St. Charles, Jeff City is at Sullivan, Vianney is at Union, Washington at Warrenton, and Afton is at Windsor. Page 5, brought to you by Saddle Ridge Golf and Country Club out here located just south of Bolivar, one of the nicest public courses in the state of Missouri. Branson's at Camdenton, Battles at Capital City, Cardinal Ritter's at CBC, MICDS is at DeSmet, Belton is at Fort Osage, Seckman is at Fox, Fort Zumwalt North is at Francis Howell, Riverview Gardens is at Fort Zumwalt South, Willard is at Glendale, Webster Grove's at Hazelwood West, Neosho at Kickapoo, Joplin at Lebanon, Eureka at Marquette, Webb City's at Nixa, Melville's at Northwest. Carthage is at Ozark. Oakville at Parkway South. McClure is at Parkway West. Kirkwood at Pattonville. Green Valley at Platte County. Chaminade at Poplar Bluff. Ladue at Rittenhour. Smith Cotton at Rockbridge. Raypeck at Rockhurst. Lindbergh at Rockwood Summit. Hillcrest at Rolla. William Chrisman at Ruskin. Liberty at Wentzville, and Republic is at Waynesville. Page 6, brought to you by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Fort Zumwalt West is at Belleville West, Illinois. Lee Summit is at Blue Springs. Park Hill South is at Blue Springs South. Hickman is at Helias. Louisville Ballard out of Kentucky is at Jackson. Hazelwood Central is at Lafayette. Liberty's at Liberty North. Lee Summit West is at Oak Park. North Kansas City is at Park Hill. Lee Summit North is at Staley. O'Fallon, Illinois is at Troy Buchanan. Games on Saturday brought to you by Doak Propane. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak. St. Mary's, Kansas at KC Central. Roosevelt is at Gateway. Forsyth is at Marionville. Parkway North is at McClure North. Confluence Prep is at Miller Career Academy. Duchesne is at Priory. Catholic Arkansas is at St. Pius X. And Clayton is at Westminster Christian. Also had an opportunity this week to catch up with our female athlete of the week from Francis Howell North High School. She's a softball player, threw a no-hitter in their opening game. They're now 4-0, so they've had a tremendous start to their season. Here's Lexi Lonis from Francis Howell North on our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. And Doak Propane, for all your propane needs in Polk County and surrounding counties, see the folks at Doak. Once again, it's our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. We go to Francis Howell North High School, and we welcome in head softball coach Mike Friedline. Coach, thanks so much for your time today.
Oh, thanks for having us here.
Coach, 4-0 on the season, off to a tremendous start. Tell us just a little bit about your team before we visit with our Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, we're a young team. We got solid pitching, of course, with Lexi. So that in softball, that's what you need if you're going to go far anywhere. So we have a young team too. So we got freshmen up on varsity, and we have some sophomores up here too. So we're young, we're learning, but when you have that anchor to hold us the score down, that really helps out.
Coach, as you look at your conference, kind of tell us a little bit about, we're down here in Southwest Missouri. Not a lot of folks are familiar with the conference that you play in. Tell us a little bit about those team members that are within your conference.
Yeah, that's the big problem for us. Our conference is really tough. I mean, we have Francis Howell, who's been at state the past 2 years, won state a couple years ago. Troy, they're always in the state finals, it seems like, and Zumwalt West. Howell Central is always good too. So it's probably the best teams in St. Charles and St. Louis are in our one conference. And they put a lot of us in the same district this year too. So it's going to be a battle just to win the districts this year.
You mentioned that you're a young team. Did you lose a lot off last year's team to graduation that you're having to replace?
Yeah, we had, we only had 3 seniors last year, but we were young last year too. So we have 3 or 4 juniors this year and a lot of sophomores. So yeah, we just keep bringing them up.
And just a little bit about your background. How long have you been there at Francis Howell North, and where did you kind of go to high school and college, and how did you end up at Francis Howell North?
Yeah, I actually grew up here in St. Charles. I went to Fort Zumwalt and then down to Southeast Missouri in college, and then started my teaching career at Francis Howell. So I taught there for 4 years and coached baseball there, and then Howell Central for a couple of years, and then been here for 14 years. So been doing softball and baseball.
Well, outstanding. Well, our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week is your pitcher, junior Lexi Lonis, who threw a no-hitter at Eureka. or versus Eureka. I guess it was at Eureka as well. But tell us a little bit about that game and what it was like. And did you kind of have a feeling, as you get into that third, fourth, fifth inning, that hey, she may have a shot at throwing a no hitter?
Yeah, actually, we always think that when she goes out because she just got a lot of movement on her ball. It's tough for the other team to pick it up on. That was a tough game. It was a pitcher's duel. Luckily, we scored a couple runs, I think in the fourth or fifth inning. And then we knew Lexi could hold on to it for us. But it was a battle all the way to the end. They had a couple chances we got out of. So, yeah, it was a good game. A lot of fun to start off the season that way and beat a team like Eureka that's really good.
Yeah, they're 4-1 now on the season. That was their only loss on the season. But tell us a little bit about Lexi and what makes her special.
Lexi's just an all-around athlete. She plays soccer too, but softball's her main sport, and she's actually a center fielder. That's her main position, center field. Mainly where she plays with her club team. Pitches some for them, but for us, she's our ace out there, so she can do it all. In the outfield, she's incredible. Covers all sorts of ground. I think right now she's hitting 6'11" on the season. Last year she was first team All-State as an outfielder, even though she was our best pitcher too, but I put her up for outfielder. She had over 200 strikeouts last year as a sophomore and only threw about half the games. So, yeah, she's a solid all the way around. Knows softball in and out. Just one of those people you say she's a softball player, not someone playing softball.
Very good. Lexi, if you could jump on camera here.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
You bet. On behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that game going back there to August the 28th. A lot of times I talk to pitchers and baseball and softball and even basketball players during pregame or their warm-ups or their bullpen. They kind of feel like, hey, I've got a shot here to do something. Did you kind of get that feeling there going into that first game against Eureka that, hey, I've got an opportunity here. My ball's moving really well. I may have a really good night.
Yeah, I think just going into the season, first game, I want to come out very energetic and I want to leave on a good note for the first game. And I think that we lost to them last year in our home opener, so I just really had that drive to beat them this year because I know we can, and I couldn't have done it without my team. They had my back the whole time. I just think we really needed to set the tone for the season. I think that's exactly what we did.
As you're getting prepared and maybe even a day or two prior to that, what do you do to kind of get prepared for a game? What are you doing physically? I mean, you're drinking lots of water, getting lots of rest. And then mentally, what are you thinking about as you're preparing for a game?
Yeah, I think that mentally, I kind of just remember what last time or how the last game went against them because we usually play them every year. So I kind of know their game style, how they play, what they're good at, what they're not. So I kind of just go back and kind of remember what I need to do to succeed. And mentally or physically, I think just kind of relax and just prepare for any other sport, just prep your body and stuff.
Again, we're visiting with our Chevy of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week from Farrington North Softball. Pitcher Lexi Delonis do a no-hitter back on August the 28th against Eureka. And Lexi, do you have any superstitions? I mean, do you have to eat the same food before a game, drink the same colored Gatorade or anything?
No, I have to put on my left sock before my right sock. Always.
Okay. Are you left-handed?
Yeah, and left-footed, so I got to do the left side first.
All right, very good. As you're getting into the batter's box on the offensive side of it, Coach said you're hitting 6'11". What are you thinking about there in the on-deck circle? Are you trying to time pitches? Are you looking for a certain pitch or location? What are you doing in preparation to hitting?
Yeah. Well, when I'm in the box, I really don't think about a lot of things because I don't want to get confused. I need to stick to my plan, which is usually just if it's good, take it. Just be confident up there, yes until no. And on deck, I'm usually just motivating my teammates up to bat, kind of just scouting the pitcher, what do I see, what do I don't, even if the umpire zone, just kind of feeling everything out before I get up to the plate.
Very good. Very good. And Coach mentioned you play soccer as well.
Yeah.
How does that, how does that figure in? Is obviously it helps with conditioning and things like that. What's the benefits of playing soccer also?
I think it just like you said, it keeps me in shape. It just keeps me active and always thinking about like what I need to do, how I need to succeed, and stuff like that.
What are maybe some of your rivals up there, and maybe maybe you know someone on the other team, maybe you play with them in the summer. Who are the Francis Howell North? What's your biggest rivalry? What game do you look forward to the most?
The game I look forward to the most would probably be either Francis Howell Central or Fort Zumwalt West. I feel like both of our teams are capable of like competing with one another like neck and neck, and it's a very exciting game. No matter when we play them or how many times we play them, it never fails to get everyone going.
Did you have any maybe personal goals or team goals coming into this season? What's on your goal list?
My goal list would probably be like as a team, just like if we play hard, that's all I ask for. No, coming from being like the pitcher that pitches the most. If my defense has got me, it doesn't matter if they make an error. I just know they're there with me. It doesn't matter if we win or lose. I think our chemistry is really good. And I feel like on high school teams, you don't get that a lot. It's usually the club sports that you have that bond with. But this team that we have right here is like, they're my best friends and I would do anything for them and they would do the same. So I think that just as a team, if we play hard, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Just a couple more questions. One, and this is just kind of for fun. What's your least favorite chore that you have to do at home? What do you just despise doing?
Probably, I don't know. I mean, probably taking out the trash.
You know, that's fun. I just interviewed our male athlete of the week was a Glendale quarterback who threw for 500 or had 577 total yards in the game. He said the exact same thing, just not 10 minutes ago on this show. But,
Yeah.
And my final question, and I am a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, again, Lexi, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations, and maybe we'll get to visit with you or maybe even your teammates later this year.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
You bet. You bet. Hey, you're watching the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Keep it right here. We'll be back.
Any given Saturday. And a little work. And a little play.
Hey, little help?
And a truck that says no to nothing.
Hi, Dad. Can we get them a ride?
Yeah.
The Silverado Trail Boss and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network. It's high school game day. And hey, you're about 60 minutes, not even that, 80 minutes, sorry. 80 minutes from kickoff here. And be sure and tune in to Friday Night Live at 9:30 to 11. We'll have coaches' interviews and scores from around the state of Missouri. This guy Newcomb is saying, hey, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. Everybody be safe out there. I tell you what, if you see me at a football game tonight and you can point me out, tap me on the shoulder, I'll buy you a bag of popcorn. On me. Everybody have a great day. God bless.